Alright, it's Asante Kotoko game no anya abadawie ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It's now the Accra Sports Stadium. Kotoko eshe 4. Emma Kwara United of Nigeria. One eshe 3. Oyibe the pepe. Engofo na say ai scoreline na Kotoko na anya ade engofo ni nimbo no bo. Kotoko na anya ade. The difference between Kotoko and Kwara emu wa papa te say the Onanje free so gago pa ko hamle no. Emu wa. And so you don't stay home and concede 3 unnecessary goals. We are avoidable. There be yentimi nkasa nkofo na ya ade. Kotoko na anya ade. Tati join us here our Pepe Soares channel so our YouTube. Join our Pepe Soares channel so our YouTube. Na fe game no e won sama sisi ye nyina no yemfa ema live. Ewo Pepe Soares channel no so ewo YouTuber enya asem keto akra Emmanuel also later na oye your commentator for the day eti ono and the commentary na ebre wo na twitwasi yemfa cha opamfama mo yese network na very poor ewo the Accra Sports Stadium nemum commentary there later abo ni nyina ede among ya enya asem keto baby ayadri game no everything about the game you be breaking it down. And so at the amount be a fight game no biano you be breaking down our at the amount from system coach you know a boy players a coach at your a boy you know rum the arrival of the teams the brand teams you know a reporting ab PM at the stadium maybe I want some at the amount then I'll take you to of course arrival of Kotoko arrival of Club at the Kwara United now I share the first 11 of the two teams. Itiberum Ashe the starting lineup. Two teams, you know. You show be a system. Iti Yerum na me ye the friend say tactical review of the game. May no at the amount. You have individual player performance, any individual player ratings, and also ababa. So individual player performance and individual player ratings. You pay what you ma at the amount. You berum and samaka a fuck game no nyina na yet won some at the so we the arrival of Kwara United. The arrival of Kwara a bra one drew the Accra Sports Stadium na Kwara 4 and so Basa Kotoko Edmamu and the Makacha Oba hotel abeda ya wasem nemum Basa na de yana wa team na ban hono and a pe Basa obe issue and so at the amount so reporting time ya the mount nafi also what di so pepe and Kwara, one arrival at the Accra Sports Stadium. This is how they arrived in this VIP bus. And Asante Kotoko, Edema Kwara for one at the EBPM at the Accra Sports Stadium. Of course, and you might be SCC, na team no Crabra, one Ebedri, na yase Omudi Juju for me, Nubiaba, Fayin Kwisi, na Edra. Time omuko training ya se Kwara for ko training juju in the core park also first there be am catch us any if you want to accept that and say return leg and say go park na what there omo dia enti enya eno ene ko fa bibia ba and you know sir in the African club competition in fact in football games today official accreditation is given to officials obia o kan officials obia no ya accredit enti o accreditation o team no omo colors nankaza traditionally yellow no dia dimutinti my pa it omo de yellow colors we and a buy so the oje the arrival of Kwara or the Accra Sports Stadium when it is that they arrived at the Accra Sports Stadium and e won semi nyina no the amount Pepe Soares channel no so YouTube pacho oko Pepe Soares channel no so YouTuber goes outdoor unfortunately game no ama TV so inti nipa nyina enya bi anhwe you didn't get the opportunity to watch the game but yeah the whole seven at the ebro so oba Pepe Soares channel no so YouTuber all the goals are a buy our Accra Sports Stadium no yeah the goals nyina at the beba Asante Kotoko started the game pa first 15-20 minutes the sort of football Kotoko ball first 15-20 minutes no na Asante Kotoko etiminya 3 goals kura enso but unfortunately one end to me enti the goals I would win by no at Ebema. If the analysis are ɛsɛ yɛde ɛma no ɛnso ɛde atato eti ɛno ɛyɛ sɛ de sitiɛ ya ɛnya asɛm ketɔkɔ mɛ sɛ ahwɛfoɔ no ɛne kɔtɔkɔ kyitaafo no dodoɔ na ɔsɛ how can you concede 3 goals at home Frank Ampofo no Suraj Dangana ɔsɛ nothing like Juju Pepe don't mind them the team is not good it's just not good I don't know football is a game football is a game so we play that we also go we pray mami edit wadi no I say football is a game so we pray that we also go and score them okay better luck next time I say very poor defense today the players should back up I know Frank Ampofo I say what is this performance Suleimana Ansong I don't know Jenkins appear I say I'm really shocked about the performance of Kotoko players Kotoko I'm so disappointed I know Suraj I know many people are disappointed with Asante Kotoko a resource no any said ye isi eba no na Ozi Pepe collect your stone say Bobby edia odiaba enie ye be ransem num so Asante Kotoko arrival so very beautiful pictures and videos and I and this is when Kotoko also arrived at the Accra Sports Stadium eti yedi kan ama video of the arrival of Kwara United where Kotoko's arrival omuso ebedru ye no say Pepe na etie ewo the Accra Sports Stadium and also said the honsem no esi etie na yedema. Now let's zoom straight into the tactical review of the game, how Kotoko approached the game, how Kwara United approached the game. In the course of the game changes how do coaches and the san yomani nano mi rum na fe mai ho djuma e dia ma. So I'm going to take you through the tactical aspect of the game, tactical review, how Kotoko set up omutim no na Kotoko ebe win game no by 4-3. How Kwara set up omutim na Kwara share 3 goals e Ghana no ye nyina e de April. That is what we are doing here. First of all, Mamini can fan to him some catch say the benefit of not playing at home and the umpo a negative effect also. When you don't play at home, it has a negative effect on you. Accra Sports Stadium, the attendance was quite good, but to be fair with you, Asante Kotoko CAF interclub competition, Baba Sports Stadium, you almost expect a full capacity, and Kotoko Africa chair and Kawi, about 30 to 35,000 there, and Komaba Stadium, Accra Unyanasa, in spite of a Juma, Chairman Solonum Ekoye Yeni Bibiano, you are still not going to get those numbers at the stadium. And no, I first one, met to me, I can't want them say, and then the ball. The entire case, yeah, Bobo say, you'll be able to fear. Nami Bobby fear, you are about fear, and him said there is a certain added advantage of playing at home. When you don't get the benefit of playing your games at home, it is always a difficult thing for Team B as he should be. That is the first thing I want to establish. So, the home team Asante Kotoko, this is how they started. Muhammad Kamara in post. Musa Hamzata on right side of defense. Joseph Ablo and Abrante Detain and the Samba Ndongani Onel Gilbani. Our central defense. Patrick Esiedu at the left side. Oshe Pepe's Ice Channel and the probable lineup Edemao. Probable lineup here. I think that defense no you solid. All the 4 players you can say and I only goalkeeper and 5 you can so and the best shots actually and the best shots here as defenders that's exactly what happened. Yeah, me catch you say and yes coach you know ATD can there be yeah coach and dream the shame it is a ekoy in the middle coach Ebo Lord Hilary Adabo and our boy Emmanuel Entry at the Ekano Hilary Adabo Emmanuel Entry Omonimno Obo on the right side Philip Amu on the left side Peter Amiduakwa and then Fifi Ode Hubejau Ejinaho and a branch of the thing Ade Abet Amwa the Lone Ranger up front. This is our coach Karim Zito set up the team. So a typical 4-2-3-1 system. Typical 4-2-3-1. Ubetwaka said 4-5-1. And I told listeners and so about this. Messiah Ekaweso at the Chiremo. Say typically this will happen. Say coach, you know, a team no in that particular manner. So, 4-2-3-1, 4-5-1, but with a lot of attacking players. Oh, 4-5-1, correct, but attacking players, baby, and a coach. As you said, the team now, what the game. Now, let's move to the Nigerians. We are looking at the tactical aspect of the game. Maybe goals, at the airport. So, the away team, as you say, and goalkeeper Suraj Ayelesu, and from yesterday, Momuchie Akoma Sports, Ebe PM and Ebrame Mamu, the probable lineup of the two teams. I told you it's a goalkeeper Ayelesu, Ebe dem Yaya Ibrahim, me the jersey number Edemamu, Aliu Saliuddin, me mamu the jersey number, Olaini Said, and a Kabiru Muhammad, Omo backline answer. Me catch us up branch number 29 jersey and did Adioye Victor. One a ball, and I make catch him, Muhammad, Sir Muhammad, Nidia MU, and MUMO, et Muhammad, Brother did it, Kabir Muhammad. Afe allow Muhammad no, one also ever say game, and I say, in number 10 Jesse, and I'm the Ole, John Mark, about 2 goals. Ole John Mark, about 2 goals. Isa Gata. Amifua Junior, yes, Junior. So we catch him saying, or a player, because for the engine ye. And a Babatunde Bright. Osho mo bench na. Badmos was on a bench. Afis, Arinze, Jozo, Gidado, Obiara, Shola, Akanin, Ini Emmanuel. We mo subsa na on our bench at the Nigerian team. If you come to Asante Kotoko, I want to say no more our goalkeeper Aziz, Harun Adari, Henry Kwame Ansu, Francis Akwa, Zakaria Fuseni, Samuel Tenedu, Seth Kojo, Walid Fuseni Nema, Lord Amoa, and Amorafin Donzo. Wamuso a players are now on our bench at Asante Kotoko. Now the Nigerians are by with a typical 4-4-2. 4-4-2. And almost 4-4-2, no, I have 4-4-2 with defensive minded players. 4-4-2 with defensive minded players. So game no enya ashasiye. And when the game started, the Nigerians sat very deep. Something I told you they would do. Omu coach, or a typical defensive minded coach. And osakwa we crowd ya. Oko ultra defensive. I told you yesterday. Oko ultra defensive. And so the first 15 minutes of the game, yes, now Oba Pepe so I channel so YouTuber videos no ana Kabiru ejai ede agum ede amano eti bra Pepe so I channel so YouTube dabi Kabiru me ansa ase wa we penalty incident no fame ekọ the other videos na ha then ubehu Kotoko ebe bombarded this goal area, incessant pressure. This is the first goal Kotoko eshe therefore Oba Pepe so I channel so YouTube. This is the first goal Kotoko share Emmanuel Entry. But before this goal the Kabiru mami video na go we woman but ubo say Kotoko create now we are pem now we are faha in a bid to score. I think that as someone may catch up about the team, that this is a team they will concede a lot of goals. They conceded. As to why Asante Kotoko so conceded 3 goals, I am unable to say it. Danger Kotoko conceded 3 goals. So this is the video and I'm a look at this video. What the Ujna page no now Kotoko bombarded goal area ho sao. Na kokona na yi na ba na ye free kick particularly do no abebo free kick na Kotoko e dey wini corner kick abo shot abo bi corner kick. In this instance alone Kotoko enya about 4 corner kicks. And one thing I said this enra mo amuti akoma so me catch abuza panyi say Kotoko should take advantage of the set pieces they ever give because obi o city deep bia the bia unya the players no dodo na e woni go area in this particular instance your ball corner kick ni wie no ubon say the Nigerians were about 7 players in their own penalty box your ball corner kick na wie no your boy wie but omuye ultra defensive because that is their style of play. And we told you about how Kotoko can turn that to the advantage. That is keeping Walid Fuseni Nema, who were in the game from the start. Ombetimia draw fouls. Bikurana said, Omusitiano, Obibe Chanana, OJ yellow cards. when those yellow cards start to say a bar and go for a bambu. But this is how Kotoko started into Kotoko bombarded or go area with incessant pressure leading to the first goal. Mashadana, mama this lengthy video. So the baya ubahu sequence sima go no every a buy no. And look at the Nigerians. After 15 minutes, Omuza Kotoko attack, but that's attack the ball there. Almost started some of the pressure to Kotoko. So this was a counter break. Peter Midu Aqua and a G ball, yeah. Or yeah, Jumani, but two players on him. Kabiru Ujina Hamam Yankam Pepans and a ball about Tottenham. Koketu Ebina Ejina Mamana Yankayadi. Ubahu, the number of defenders are no, my bottom across the neighbor bar. No, actually, so that we can get a very full my bottom Patrick Asiedu Ebabe deliver cross no Manenko kakra so that we can get a full action of the number of defenders in the penalty box of Omuti Manenko there Obowi Ekra Manenko kakra haya baby thank you. So therefore you can count with me Pepe Soares channel YouTube no so and aba ubenya there yinina. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 tienie never can be Omo the first wall of 5 and almost second wall of 3, making 8 defenders in their goal area. Count the number of Kotoko players. Ayami Duakwa and a born Emma Patrick Asiedu and a Patrick Asante in the in swinger. It was only one Kotoko player in the penalty box. Obi Omo ultra defensive. You must always double up in the box. That's how some does it. And this is something we said. Me say, Minyasa minim. Asante for the company for compare videos of the club. And the videos, no video analyst, proper video analyst. I am not a video analyst. Me try me say me need qualification in video analysis. But sabe me common sense. Now common sense is from the head born a chair. And me nimbo me paint me read about the ball. Count the number of the situation. So 1 2 3 4 5. What can you be after? And the opponent 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 plus the goalkeeper 9. Clearly, so we say over pressure but end result in goal. So this goal, a goalkeeping error and a Kotoko in your first goal. No? Let's be blunt about it. Kotoko first goal, no, a goalkeeping error. You expect the goalkeeper to have held onto that ball. Why the goalkeeper and young grabo no? But Kotoko were not making and conforming defensive game no more. Kotoko were not punishing them when they are having 8. Now so the 8 but you know say 2 na kana 2 2 or 2 who put more there. More 8 why don't you put 8 on them so that you can have the numbers? But in this situation in the box, no more 4 in the box. And I could call 1. 4 in the box could call 1. Kabiru my video nko. Just for joining Pepe Soares channel on YouTube. So this was Albert Amwa a second goal. And the sequence that you go by and then I did Emmanuel Nchidiero. So we'll go and do the Emmanuel Nchi video. So Kotoko were not having presence in the box. It is a disadvantage to you. You must always have presence in the box. Again, Kabiru action no Emmanuel Nchi ebe bobo no ejina mam jina. Baby yima ebe bobo na ujina so ma me pepa me dase pa. Now again, ubetuma join here Pepe Soares channel YouTube no so we do the analysis. Count the number of the Nigerian players. I'm gonna say white no. Kotoko red. Now there's one player tracking Emmanuel Nchi. Shaboni baby a ref no. Ubenya one player or no run eba Emmanuel Nchi so you count him as part of the equation because onyina hokwa. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 plus the goalkeeper 8. Kotoko Pitami do aqua in the box. Kotoko number 12. Kotoko number 4. And entry and so box number. So even in this particular instance, inside the penalty box, Kotoko had 4, they had 6, and then there was another player running onto Emmanuel Nchi. Such situation will ever happen when now sitting deep. Now counter. And when you counter, you will not get more numbers in the opponent box. But this is a team who was sitting deep. Once they were sitting deep, you expect Kotoko to outnumber them or to equal their numbers in terms of their goal area. And the sequence back when the China Kotoko possess boy ni na no more out number Kotoko. So ebedruwa Kotoko allocate the numbers to take advantage of possession. So in terms of possession, they were possessing, they were playing very well. But in terms of converting the possession into clear-cut chances leading to goals, now and also a problem kakra. Now let's watch this sequence again. So release the ball now. Almost away. So a goalkeeping error. Because go play on the tree ball here. It's a ball you expect the goalkeeper to gather for his side. Maybe team I consider goal we are. May the blame the goalkeeper. Yes, he might no treated very well to get the shot on target. Ghanaian players be Drew say no ma balloon ball and I'm so be on balloon ball of. But for him to have kept his composure, now Oshutu ball na ball on target no. Oh yeah, but goalkeeper no he's expected to save this situation for his side. He's expected to save this situation for his side. And Emmanuel Mchi, a first goal. See, angle na Kabiru say Adiaba Sisi and Krabodi. After say keeper check, but now you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus goalkeeper 9 players of 9 players of Kwara. This is the issue. Sheniye. Baby a ref ni jina no. Any omu 2 players no more run about box no more. There was no Kotoko player there. So it's a goalkeeper need to be saving ball no ba. Kotoko player be any wa punish team no. But team are all defended there. Esanka Kotoko I want numbers. Because Kotoko about 4, 2, 3, 1. At least 4, 2, 3, 1 no. What do you Emmanuel Mchi become pay? It just Kotoko about 5 attackers in the game. 5. And always you expect those 5 attackers to be inside and around the penalty box. Assuming say goalkeeper need to be parry ball and about a track because players now box no more. It is very easy for the Nigerians to defend because around where the referee is stationed, maybe a referee you don't see any Kotoko player coming close to the action. And for me, Kotoko and take advantage. So tactically, it is another thing that did not work for Asante Kotoko. Kabiru yanko yeni minafi yengrub na go na. Wamu say sisi ano unya video no me diamao. Okay. Oko 3 sports themselves ho. Eti ofa go na Kwara shine. Now this is what happened. A brand game no started say this na Kwara for no that's a Kotoko for no say wamu nse dan kaja sa uno mo a as a betima fa the amount. Eti then let's go and start attacking Asante Kotoko. Me say one Kramai edi agro ko obi fie na Kramai ho. Odi ka boboma usuro. Oboboma usuro na fe oba. No start this one odi agro don safa fa the tiko no anya hwe a. Afa na Kramai na beda no adamfo. Afa kwa de otimi twari tire ho. Kwara for no was okay. Kotoko were defending in some symbolic Kotoko defense and they said almost defending the pa. So let's rush at them. But we'll take our time again to do this analysis. I think that sometimes and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama I can't say be and I know Honorable Kofi Adams I go share team no Honorable Kofi Adams can say me chairman and say you have to or say mon support mo na mon defend fama mo na fe mon cover mo. That's the word I'm looking for. Cover yourselves. So see in this situation where go Kotoko consider here Emma at this point in time 4-2 which was a relatively good score line 4-2. When you go there, because away go rule that's here Africa no, just will show 2-0. But it is clear that this Nigerian side no, Kotoko can score against them. Clear say Kotoko beat match a goal or at the again they are also not playing at Ilorin, the capital of Kwara, which is their own stadium. Omo bebo Abiekuta. They said Kotoko kobo Accra no, omo so bebo Abiekuta. And Kwara is not a big side that will pull numbers at the stadium. So you don't expect that Ombenya the numbers to intimidate Asante Kotoko Derby. Shadiwe. So goalkeeper Kamara came out. And Kamara Oba, he missed the ball. Kamara MSA ball. Asante Kotoko goalkeeper coming out on this occasion. No, I think that no Surose Obako Inakoye penalty and answer red card. So a branch of the pass ball and sana Kamara Baby drew. What the heck? Baby Kabiru Achatosono. Ubon's a pass no a buy Asana Kamara Edru, no problem. Wa pass the ball na wie. Now because defend striker no control ball no, junior. Ini junior. Ni dino no. O control ball no wie ni Emmanuel ini, okay. Any junior. O control ball no wie na wanya first attempt no. Na Musa Hamzata abedru goal post no. So this is not a ball SSH. Now Kabiru, let's watch the sequence again. Thank you so much. This is it. Tiakwano control ball no kodinachi. In this instance, bra tamani a ball a Sunday special feature ball no. China mo de omo bi pa uko park here da chronom ne afranjo ya na e frɛ no nipa 11 jira na ebi obi ade 2 cities aba na we mo so 11 2 cities enti ye onche ni ye bowie ya manya 4 cities say 5 cities ay bowie ya manya 5 cities tamani e bo onche ni no ye kura ye nya professional boy ye mane nse ye o esa wo da form ma ball no ade a wonim se wo sika da so debi wo slide this ana ball na be count na ko je baby. How Musa Hamzata Antiman prevented this ball from entering the post? Shocking. Shocking. Na Kamara so na bambu ntem. Ball ni san hona na bambu ye. It is possible say ka ball ko betima bona abopo. Obetima bona aboba. So all recover is very important. So recover. But that's no mabemobu. And the importance of this ball no na nyasam keto akra. The importance of this ball na enyasem keto akra. A baller a Tottenham pe a Kotoko advantage in the about 1. The moment a ball be Tottenham a categorical advantage to only 1. And so you were expecting say omo be double up. No more defend the ball. Unfortunately, ball no ekoko Tottenham because one end to be end defend the ball ni. So you look at how Kotoko approached the game with attacking intent. Unfortunately, Asante Kotoko defense, and a horrible piece of defending from Kotoko. Shocking piece of defending from Kotoko. Unacceptable piece of defending from Asante Kotoko. Something that I will find very difficult to accept. That Samba Ndongani Onel Gilbani and coaches will do time biana Odiebo Kakrao. Okay, na gofosi say. Hamza Tabakot ko or more a center back da. Hamza Tabakot ko more a center back da. What's that thing? Ana ablo epra. Ablo shani head and ya. Can you give us that go? Ablo head and all the twat. Or share head and ye nano. Ana emzo pry. Fine. Ablo pra. Now the Hamzata abebo center back when on it. Ayi model, Samba model. But na se coach him say nanka o prefer the year Samba ne Kwame Anzu. On na about ho. So Hamzata right back in there. I want you man bobo hobia. But coach decided say or the ayi babishim Hamzata pushing to that side and I think that is where the issue came from. So this is the goal Joseph Ablo Esheye. Mokai say me twa goes at the Amakotko departmental basis. Me catch them says blow mu use some height, no. And in this particular instance, a very good delivery, and it was met by Ablo very well. Mama as Asante go play a bi. Na shada dana. Ti play a no. Yenhwe is it Hilaria double in number 8? And I Abet too. Nice Abet and about hat-trick. So Abet must score a hat-trick today. Etibono, as an Mura, there been grab net him. So Abet must score a hat-trick today. I predicted this. More heard me videos, and China with the more you want to China TikTok. My predicted that Abet will score a brace or a hat-trick. I knew what I was talking about. So Abet and a 2 bonus so Edibono a 2 Abet Amwa. And a 2 bonus so Edibono 2. So I just said Abet. Okay, so he scored the penalty. He scored that banger. And we'll say about hat-trick will give him. And we are striker. Now shot 3 goals in a game. Now still, you say more advantage in your clear. One case player, no. I think it's a problem at the amount, but that is what happened. So tactically, the coach of the Nigerians, I would say, sir, because of the scoreline, he had the better of the coach. Munkosha video na me say, or a slim margin defeat, and answer a drawn game. So what to me a draw game no, and that's sorry one draw. Well, also game no by 3-4 no, question 4-3 no. Coach, you know what did like they no person in wenya because the catch us a coach na crowd of ye. Say born on mobile either say omo de win and omo de draw and I say a slim margin defeat and 4-3 a slim margin, very slim margin. So tactically, I think the coach had the better of the game, considering results. Even though Kotoko won, but we any winner, Obeka say bia, why are there be we win now because why are there bia? Unfortunately, Asante Kotoko, the last goal none says eba, the last goal none says eba, and no said it is it was the goal was awarded to Ablo. But they can't award it to Ablo based on video here. Menu here, born and cross the line, so they can't award it to Ablo. Abetamwa scored a hat trick and match day born as offer at the bar. No more since I woman would go to Adakam. Said my first timer. Where the first ever game in African Interclub competition. The first time Abetamwa ever African Interclub competition, and he scored a hat trick. A hat trick. This is the goal again. So the header from Ablo. And Albert etwas once Alabono at Tottenham. Now Onyina line echi, he did not head the ball inside the goal post or head the ball outside the goal post. So the goal is for Albert Amwa and a clear goal for Albert Amwa. So he scored the penalty and the way I ball penalty, they say my penalty no fantastic way Albert Amwa. I say penalty no. The composure, our penalty spot no, super. The composure, our penalty spot and it is something my catch Ghanaian players. See a penalty mawa and found prepare there be and now prepare cry. You relax, you don't put pressure on yourself. Now afe all the pressure no at two opponent no so and sub pepper and all the pressure no at two goalkeeper no so or nanting kakra at the ball no echo the ball no echo to him. Albert Amwa did very well from the penalty spot, meaning many occasions are nipa bebrebe anya such penalties no one to be unfan to him. So for Albert to have scored the penalty, you may think, oh, Pepe, there's just penalty. He did very well, very, very well. And on the ball at him. This is it. Oh, Baba, Pepe Soishan and Suno Baba, penalty kicker, Albert Amwa, a boy, you know. So after placing the ball, also I'm praying on, Yan will be our praying on 10 Debbie. Or the ball not to ye, or Homeso, or to the steps, you know, or call ye, no, I say, ye. After we're taking a spot. Once wabana chewi and was a piniko hakakra were taking a spot. Goalkeeper no every opponent no they had here. Obama goalkeeper no bunko to jokra opponent kra. That is Albert Amwa and from the penalty spot he did very well to put in this one to record the first goal or restore Kotoko. When they got call 4-3 no 4-2 no and they should have protected it. They should have protected it. Omon to me and you know man so unprotected and bono Echo, see. Keep an a bunko to you for more. So tactically, I will give it to the coach. Obibebu as a pepe, I don't know the washing. Where home and away basis, the home and away football. So being our results be abontia, not the kofia, yana and washi. So I'll give the tactical credit and I said the tactical supremacy in the coach. So no any yes edumano and so any Asante. So yeah, banner the yakano. Atwaso Eddie amount. See, Pepe, you are doing a great job for the club. The truth you haven't told Asante Kotoko is that Karim Zito is not the right coach for Asante Kotoko. Kotoko needs a white German coach. Samuel Ayesu Amofa Ediano. Kotoko should give a chance to the other goalkeeper, Aziz Haruna Dari. Because Camara makes so many mistakes. How many white coaches have won a trophy for Kotoko? Blame the coach. The time the fourth goal came, he should have managed the game. Bad game reading on a part of the coach. But Boacho's Kotoko's coach is not good. Now Yabuazio say Kwara. I'm a Brazil poo. The same thing, always wasting up himself's money. The Empress Kanakabium. Disappointed Pao how this defense has considered 3 goals baffles me. Pepe, the video about Kwara's goal, we can't see any clear thing. Really? Pepe, please talk about our goalkeeper. But I know Kotoko will even qualify over there. Defense lacked communication, and I did not understand why Patrick Esiedu was sub off. Was he injured? When is the return fixture? Nyame aduma kwesiada sabre. Boy, yes, so mo dey 3 p.m. or no, 2 p.m. Ghana time. Next week Sunday, and I gave it a so. Now straight away, Mumrana Afe Yanshadi Ewa player ratings in this particular game. Player ratings. No question, a woman say Asante Kotoko player ratings, you know. Asante Kotoko player ratings. Answer the message, you know. Player the better rating no crowd from pa goalkeeper Muhammad Kamara. The only highest ratings. No man of the match, you know. And so Abetam was scoring a hat-trick. Me pacha say we mun trumpet man nko o che hat-trick. Wan je brace. Go ni ahwe ne de Abetam go. So Abetam had a hat-trick in today's game. And the ratings was so na mom ye wie na say win na am outsider. Wonam he ko ka say aponche esenko. Enti Abetam ene benya the highest ratings. Now let's start from the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Muhammad Kamara, symbolic performance. Goalkeeper Muhammad Kamara, unacceptable performance. So clearly, Kamara a performance no enyakura. Kamara performance enyakura. You can't play a home game in Africa. Now, forward liners na amount 4 goals, but you know. Or just 1 goal advantage. There be very, very, very poor performance from Muhammad Kamara. Now Branch say, oh, who go back on ye? Meaning Kabiru Ubenya different angle and as a different image at the moment. Yes, Kamara came out. Yeah, now sometimes 2 players that follow action. So how do you even come out? There were 2 players following the action. Here, Bia. And coach go lean but he came out. So that is one thing. And no amwa Asante Kotoko. Ibet Maka is just no amwa Krobia Asante Kotoko. So 3 goals considered the goalkeeper. That is unacceptable. And Maka say one na Aziz Aruna Dari na or Tinechino. He is not an inferior goalkeeper to the quality of Kamara. There be Aziz Aruna Dari cannot be inferior to the quality of Kamara. In such situations, you give the coaches the responsibility, sir. They should take a decision. Aziz last season occupied more clean sheets at the Kamara. That is a fact. Means Kamara is my boy. Menene kasa almost every day. But Makacho said no correct. And I'm coming one time some day Juma. The fact that Kamara, I am a boy in Chese, Wanyadia, there be a Makacho. Say goalkeeper. It is possible, sir. You better analyze your first goal, way mistake. Second goal, way mistake. Third goal. But your analysis new year. Near you know because game results. Near checking goalkeeper number of goals we consider. Everybody will talk about you, the goalkeeper, not Obia or Bibia. Eti no question say Kamara very, very, very poor today. Out of 10, Kamara ever score 2.5. In a game, 2.5. And a Kamara ever score in this game, conceding 3 goals at home. No. And no. Yamfa Musa played in an unfamiliar position. Shockingly, Ebra Hamzata or right side of defense no number 2 no. Wanya mistakes is all baby ne one kasane line no. Or your center back. Enti oba central defense omum no. Ena obey sa terrible mistake and me say sa ball na went to me uncover no. There be unacceptable. Defender ball Edru said yeah, you should be able to cover up for your side. Ezo to be cover. It we a defender na went to me uncover sa ball yeah. There be a terrible mistake. And a branch de Musa Hamzata. And so you expect him to cover for the goalkeeper because goalkeeper not committing home or the form baby. Born eba. It is a chance for the opponent. Was shoot to Bono and Ojina first pole. Bono so shoot to for first pole. Aquano crano or 10 yano boy when ya a proper view of the post or 10 ya and Obobo see what in the cheek or 10 in the back say yano Bobo. For Hamzata, this one you should have saved it. Hamzata, Ebina 3/10. Ewo player ratings 3/10. Eko Eliama Musa Hamzata. Now, young central defense or Mame Ablo first. Na Memo Joseph Ablo Abasofa. Ni go na assist no ye no. Enye go no share assist. Mesramu. Asemwe mon trumpet nenko. Say abetamo na she 3. Because abet no. So to me building the profile ni ye. What about 3? You could 2 be on Nigeria. Now because to be qualified no work. Home and away to 2-3 be so so. Maybe because in 4 games a branch na Bobe 8 goals in Africa. And no be na yana Semba Motono. Sabina teams in the top Africa. So we are building the profile and the goal is for the boy. The goal is for the boy. So yansha mame corner kick ebiem. Ablo defenders ni na ablopa na mesco no max dodo ebra na Kotoko ehia bibi no he brought it Kaisa 47th minute of the game 2 minutes after first half and Joseph Ablo ASR assist we ye free half time break ne by na Kotoko passing on konya corner kick. The corner kick was swung in and Ablo the bia because the height no ese omu use to the advantage of Asante Kotoko. The BS we use some height into the advantage of Kotoko. So you look at our Ablo esi pinball and 2 things. One payment go goalkeeper and them. The team man assist. Emma Albert Ashebo wino. One pinball and go see goalkeeper and them. Or pinball man course rise here. So at the time of born rise here, Esaba from no. Ena Albert Amwa emiti bono with the header. And Marcos could take a lead at this point near the 2-2. I call first half. Yeah, the 2-2 the call first half. So a block gave Kotoko this assist to give Kotoko the lead. Unfortunately, right after assist, no, and a block a prayer. Also, on one case, I know on your feet, baby, and on the ball. The first league game, no, Marcos couldn't. And I say, or some ball game, we no, you're too fit, but he did very well and Mesco Ablo above average into Obenya 5.5 Joseph Ablo 5.5 in this particular game. Ablo 5.5. Now mame Capito and a Capito ekom ya but pass no way. Yes, Samba ekom nepa but because an Asante defense in general huge disappointment. Second defense, they consider 3 goals a huge disappointment. And the defense is marshaled by already Samba. So Samba leading the troops. Now, of course, say no question will say I will put the blame on Ablo. Sorry, on Samba. As the captain, he couldn't marshal his forces very well, and they could not deliver. When to me, marshal forces on a moment deliver and farmer Asante Kotoko. So for me, I know one mistake. Me should me who ye game ni ma. Me de won some tuja. ɛno ɛyɛ ablɔdeɛ samba deɛ so samba I will score samba 4.5 ɛwɔ game no 4.5 ratings ɛkɔ deɛ ma samba ndongani O'Neil Gilbani ɛno ɛyɛ sɛ de sitiɛ now Henry Asante say Mr. Host kindly learn your vocabulary and pronunciation. Henry Asante, my vocabulary and my pronunciations, they are far better than you. Minimum, but I do pronunciations and vocabulary far better than you. Minimum what you do. But if I'm supposed to compete with you for your work, Henry Asante, I will do it better than you. I don't know where the crime about. I am very particular about my pronunciations. I am very particular about my vocabulary. Me very particular about it. So I don't know what you are talking about. You can make reference. So far, as I'm crowd, now let's continue. So Capito number score 4.5. Let's go to Hilaria Dabo and then Dabo. Patrick Asiedu. Yes, Patrick Asiedu. Defense in the on part there. One no and a mass assist way. A team from has assist way. And this was a banger. Hey, abetamwa. Masa jai. Abetamwa. Sa short way there. Ronaldo mo right-footed players. They say Ronaldo, Luis Suarez, Mumubobi Mame. What a shot now deliver. Banger. Enye go kitwao. Bone ba keeper so ba Kabiru keeper doje. Ori e ba. Bone ba goalkeeper so ba to doje. Because shot no to free ono. Inside the penalty box o. Ena Albert Wahinham aka no to atwum. Ama ne to say nyina aka mo a. Ena ode e boss a shot no. Eti enye asem ketwa kra. Abrante no e deliver shot no pa. So Abrante the at the particular I will score him 6 in this game. I see will score 6 in game because he made that assist, fantastic assist by all standards. Again, Kabiru say corner kick no krana. Omo pem share no. Emsa no so on the ball corner kick no there ablo pem mo share. Emsa no so on a deliver assist. So eno a pre assist. Eno a pre assist. It is a pepe ena eno so etie e wa. You don't want some no edi e ma. Eno so eno no. Now yanko yanim. Na fei memfa de aka emfa ento aso odo wani akirem ewo kotkonfimfi wa mese na de ma hu adabo crowd. I did not see Adabo. One of the reasons are pressure back kotkoso no the fact that Adabo got missing in the game. Hilary Adabo was extremely missing in this game, and so when to me provided a shield now as what the ma Asante Kotoko a place no when to me provided sa assist no G eno said ye and also I want some is Adabo ever score 4 game with Emmanuel Ima started the game brightly, did very well, except the fact that Ima had an elbow echo boa branch because there is no VAR. It's referee say referee we are Emmanuel be the record game. So it is something that Emmanuel ought to be extremely careful about. Or the elbow echo pima branch be serious pa. So that is something that as Emmanuel extremely careful about. Na and also the Bisiako Ima ever score 5 this game. Emmanuel ever score 5 this game. Probably 5.5. Yes, above average. 5.5. He did well. Now, Mami Hubert Jaubo no nya penalty no. Eti Kabiru, give me the video of Hubert Jau and how he won the penalty. And why I said before the game, say coach, you see Hubert Jau here. Kotoko benya penalties. Kotoko be draw a lot of fouls. And a free and for enti eno I said ye esi etie. I said it that Oyusu Abrante the din Eddie Hubert Jau here. Hubert no very skillful. Now because I have K20 no. One here no be decided because piano to watch baby. So give us the video of how he won the penalty for Asante. And this is it. So in this instance, I was expecting coach to say, this is a boy or a skillful. Play him very deep in the penalty box and let the balls go to his foot. Also, bulino and o try say bulina. Uba who say your mistakes. Intano, I said yeah. And also, and this is how he won the penalty kick. Clearly, it was a penalty when the referee. ACC will be an answer referee. Ajia Demudia and Oya Debbie. a clear penalty and we win here at ma Asante Kotoko na me expect Hubert Jew on be you more na nkwaya say adwuma Hubert I'll score him 6 in this particular game Hubert Jew and so me score the 6 game we mu again Philip Amo was missing in action. Philip Amo was missing in action. You will not blame them. Philip Amo, the first time Abranjero first time at this level. First time at this level in here. Even though he had 1 assist, but overall in the game, on your player now or your on your player now grown baby. So that also one of the difficulties. And Philip Amo and so 5.5 in this particular game. Score Philip Amo. My man 5.5. Game we are a Barcelona. Of course, Albert Amoa, Kotoko's best player and the overall best player on the field of play. Albert Amoa, Kotoko's best player in the game, and overall, no, the best player in this particular game. He won the Man of the Match award. He scored a hat-trick. His first goal, no, me say a banger. We be no much son baby a pre-goal of the week, ni goal of the month, goal of the season. This is it. Kabiru Sandiaba. So when that cross was delivered to Albert Amoa, anyhow, Albert met that ball with precision. He met the ball with precision. See, there were 2 players who close in Nigeria for me, and another close in. And the fact of the matter is, Albert did extremely well. It was a particular situation, scoring from that angle. He did very well. For Albert Amoa, I'll score him 8.5 in this game. 8.5. Unfortunately, he missed some chances, but Enya Nuntina Kotoko. I consider 3 goals, Juma Albert, his side should be winning comfortably. So when you score hat-tricks, your side should be winning comfortably. Unfortunately, defenders na let you down. Peter Miduakwa, pretty from the left side. Unfortunately, Peter, the last game of Kotoko versus Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa. The last time a Peter Miduakwa able game, Kotoko versus Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa. Obo match a cheye papa. And what they are trying to change son and I be POP, but because of Kwame Poku injury into the moment I have a channel, me catch the injury to Kwame Poku no. Ebema Albert ako LED lines. Albert LED lines are. Ensanka wingers ni bibo. Wingers no. Now I think Kotoko supporters will understand me. Kabiru. So coach oni jidie ewo Inusa ene of Johnson. Because Saka epic knock on Friday. So Saka Dauda anya part of the team. Banka Kotoko ato Johnson Opo Usu fresh player on what on this season. Wa ma trials. Kotoko ato Abranta de did Inusa Adams. Se coach ojidie wo mumu a. Enya ayi Peter wire out for more than 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks now or more ball. Enya on na ke best start game no. But na coach eni jidie e wo mranche no de on buy. So Peter Miduakwa a rating of 4 for him overall. If I want to rate the coach out of 10, coach below average ne. Coach performance below average. And coach score above average. So coach is Mesamano 4.5. Mokaya last week, me score coach Mz 9.5 or so. A bro coach Chelsea no. But wait here, coach ever score 4.5. A below average performance and a coach. And so at the Ebaya, me don't want 7 at the Etuga at the amount. So that is it for the player ratings of Asante Kotoko. And so why they twaso at the amount. Now I'll come and address this a particular issue, but remember so coach a ratings of 4.5. Now say what you could players now average ratings below average with the exception of Albert Amoa who gave that super performance. And I'm being told say penalty Patrick Asiedu say Joe J Muma Patrick eti Patrick no go foul no. Yes, eti Joe everybody by Ojemu Emma Patrick Asiedu. I've told you sir of the defenders on the score 6 defenders ni na. So he had an assist, he won a penalty, and then I think he delivered that corner kick. I know ye video na ma ye hu nipa obo corner kick no. So either say or no, and I say the young man Amo, but I just said the influence of Patrick Essiedu on this game, high. Before this game, the guy Patrick said he should give Black Stars coaches a reason to consider him for the Black Stars number 3 because I say Omo from no about Black Stars no performance of the man left back one day. And you bia o. Omo performance of the man enye hu bia. Eti eno I said yeah esi etie e won no but I am saying say odewani echirem e wo game na course na Patrick Essiedu was Kotoko's best defender. The other defenders did not come to the party. They did not raw omo ntimi ampeja kra, and it is the reason omo consider goals no sa e ma Kotoko nei omo abekire omo sa no Kotoko ho ababekire no pa enye asem ketwa. Kabiru, let's establish this. Obi so the abasa third you go no your own goal. So let's establish this. Let's try to establish this. Mahus Obi the abasa Kwame Ofori or say please the third goal was an own goal. Check it well. So Kwame brani na yen check it. Na yen check it. We born there. Bra ablodi ni tipem yen enie. And then Albert Amwa had his head to it. Sheniye. Albert Amwa headed the ball in. Sheniye pa Albert Amwa headed the ball in. We'll get other videos, other angles and share with you. But from what I'm seeing here, Albert Amwa and edinity epem bonum ema bonum ekoto them for Kotoko's third goal. That is, it was 2 minutes after the restart, after second half, to 47th minute. And from this, Abetamwa edni three pimbonum. And baby or Pemian said we Indiana will re inside of ye. So that is what we see here. Usu betimaba na obabehe na yede and also ede esi. Now, Yanko I'll say I see you got the penalty. Thank you. Henry Asante will say Wasonya now where did he say first leg instead of first league instead of second leg? So that is what guy no man because mentebro. And I want to address somebody. I say hello Pepe, please. Does away goal rule still exist? Yes, please. In Europe, away goal rule does not apply. Yeah, but Champions League, yeah, but Europa League, yeah, but Conference League. Say yeah, but CAF competitions are away goal rule. That's so juma. Enti say nyame adom na next week. Nyame mfazama. Omusha kotko 1-0 oma qualify 4-4 but or 3 away goals so I qualify. Sana tosi Gideon Kojo or Jembe. Are you arrogant? You are criticizing players, and if someone criticizes you about your pronunciation, you are attacking the person who has given you the marking scheme to rate players, defenders' issues. I don't understand you, Gideon Kojo or Jembe. I'm sure your name is correct. Somebody is not criticizing that Pepe who rating or see I should go and check my pronunciations and grammar. Is that what the person said? You should be pointing out to me the mistake I made that the person made reference to. No, it is not acceptable. There's difference between criticisms and propaganda. What the guy did was clear propaganda. And we'll be trying to say first league. It's a first leg. Look at that. I've not said that here. And Gideon, arrogant. No, I am not. Maybe you don't know me, but me arrogant. But what I will not accept is for somebody to forcefully put something that I've not done. So Gideon, you have been listening to the show. So what to say? My kabibi, my pronounce word and I've told you, I am very particular about pronunciation. It is something that I know I'm speaking to the public. So I am particular about it. I don't joke with it. When I make a mistake, quickly, my correct me. But to the extent that Obaba message there, menko checking me pronunciation, no, please. No, I will not accept it. That it is not a criticism. It is not a criticism. Open so criticizing me. You criticize that there be Pepe and that they say the OC rated players. He ask you're unfair. That is criticism. But to come and say something temporal for them, oh, something into because maybe rated player. Now me rated player, nobody better. I don't understand you, my brother, but my catcher me, I take criticisms. What I don't take is insult. It didn't better. Min si play biana se coach abuane kwasiano. Where's unya matured. Sanke bobo you me be mic. na me didi atamu ha da bi we za wonya matured. I don't do that. You can criticize my work, I accept it. In fact, you can disagree with me strongly. What I mean, you can state it in strong terms without using insult. I will accept that. But to say, and I was expecting Mr. Adimai, now I'm expecting I'll be making reference to mistake corona and as pronunciation, because that if someone criticizes you about your pronunciation, which pronunciation did I get wrong? Tell me, Mr. Adimai. Other than that, it is pure propaganda. That is not a criticism, and I don't accept insult. So that is it. Now, young Quenina, young Shadia. I say Lion. In fact, I'm not impressed with the coach's performance. He was leading by 2 goals. So what stopped him from managing the game afterwards? For Kamara, I can't even score him today. Very poor. You can score him today. But sure says I patch there. And now obi the let's play that next week. Now I say no, it should be let's pray. And now on also me mati and I say the back on the eti and I say Pepe, please don't mind them. English is not our native language. Well done, big bro. In fact, it is not my native language, but I have command of the English language. I have command on it. The assistant keeper needs to be given opportunity. Kamara is error prone. Okay. Or see, even after Albert Amwa scored the goal, he showed 2 fingers. Okay. Please, does the head to head still apply? Yeah, the head to head, but this is the action again. This is the action again. Okay, so the assistant referee, let it got down. It should have been an offside. Assistant referee, let it got down. It should have been an offside. So let's watch it again. Kabiru bro, chika kreche for my here. We Kabiru na wakonya different angle. No, the abasi here. He say yemfanya analysis. So, but Kwara for 3rd goal no. Kwara 3rd goal no. So this was it. Ebra, one more pin ball na. A branch control ball no. Not player no LED no. Because the player had not been involved in the game, you can allow play to go. It is your far ball ya then idea coin a koboshe ya. A Kenya problem. But after he gave that pass, the referee should have called for an offside. The referee should have called for an offside. Oh, the brother never had this here. Oh, Pepe Soy channel so YouTube. So a branch channel after this was the incident. Yes, a hono Kabiru Brachi, Kotoko 2 players na call any no man idea. Kotoko 2 players na call challenge ni na idea because Nigeria you know. Hamzata ne Adabo. Okay, Samba Hamzata. Very poor and shocking. These are 2 players with height. Whatever. The Nigerian player did not even jump when jump it. And Onumum when jump any. He did not jump. But ball falling to this guy, or control ball with the body. Fair enough. The player was in an offside position. Kabiru Sachi Ehonoma Chibra Abranchane control ball in the position of his colleague, A bro control ball and in the position of his colleague. So he was already in an offside position. Unza ball Olidi ball Olidi ball. In fact, ball no Banokrano will take care of that. And at that time, he was in an offside position. But the play was not offside because not ball in Krano. In this instance, the other ball no corner koboshe a Kenya offside. But because he now gave the pass to the colleague, now Amane first offside position, comes into it. Prince Anane was I think it's not an offside because the ball touched Kamara's leg. Okay, another angle to it, but the touch from Kamara and significant. That is what I know. But that is a good angle from you also. Enti Sapepe ena etie, but Abranteno was in an offside position. At the time of kicking ball now, play no a change from her. First one there, and the corner wa as a defenders actually move in touch and Nigerian, but touch if in the player no by a bro control ball at the BT the other defender or control ball the BT the other defender no. After now obey ball maybe the referee should have given the ball as an offside. The referee should have given the ball as an offside. How can 2 defenders go for a ball at the same time? This is shocking. That Samba the captain and Musa Hamzata, and these are 2 players of more height. de enim ne sa Kabiru ball ye be pon a ball bi e be ko wiem bia ehu ye be pon ball bi e be ko wiem bia ehu. So what you expect is that esanka womo ebo modin ase bia be pin ball no afri ho because ye be pon ball bi e be ko wiem bia ehu ball bi e ba opom bia ehu. But two center backs with height, the captain Samba and the tallest player in the Kotoko team, Hamzata. And the Nigerian did not even jump. He did not jump. So it was a shocking piece of defending. Very bad. Very bad. Daniel Manko said, no, not offside, please. He was rushed for the ball. I don't understand your point very well, but I'll say that Aqua guy did not do well when he came on. He was shivering a lot. So that substitution I coach here is because okay, Patrick has said pride, yeah. But Patrick was the most influential defender. So why he pulled him out? So Francis Aqua and a cow on a branch. Francis Aqua and a cow on a branch. This one was Francis Aqua. And here Francis Ness was sliding cry. Nessa was sliding. I'll say it's not offside, Pepe. Okay. Pepe, it wasn't an offside. After the first player moved the ball, the two Kotoko players made him onside. No, the offside there, be a touch from Kamara and say, once you are in an offside, it doesn't matter the sequence of play that will happen afterwards. I just say, so look, Eba say, Ebra obedi Kotoko players go be no sano, there be omo nsano. But I think that Yentu may soon move away. I say good evening, Senior Pepe. Kotoko's performance was not encouraging, especially the defenders. Why such symbolic play? Rude boy, rude boy. Good evening to you. We all accept the fact that it was a horrible piece of defending today for Asante Kotoko. And Nadia, and look at this goal, Hamzata. Kabiru, Ubiyam Grandma Huni. As a ball passing through Hamzata legs, no, for a centre back, this one as a wheel. Now sometimes they be from the goal line clearance, go centre backs, yeah. But now Kotoko pray foul. Born an econo. Almost even when you was fouled. Born a year, born a inimo. Your friend say, va nimo. Sava wo mo Emmanuel Ntwi ko beje record. Ordinary elbow ekwosh ball bi pa. So this clearly was an offside. But referee na anje sequence of play na sound. I'm not sure say nunti and Samba and Hamzata MSA that ball in the air. There be very 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 bad. Very bad. There be Hamzata ne Capito anyade. Omo anyade kra. But obey the day. I think the ball touched Kamara before getting to the striker. Yes, we've accepted that here. Frank Ampofu, a touchino. I'll say Francis Aqua should have fouled the player instead of following him. I've just said it. That after the ball, a branch will control you. Next, like Francis Aqua, either you slide and go for the ball, or you tackle the player. You can even tack a shirt. You can tack a shirt. Maybe I'm a yellow card. Not save you, because saving this goal would have been advantageous to Kotoko. Nankabo we and Tatrema. Entry 2 was tired. That's why he was always craving for foul. There's no controller in Kotoko's midfield. That is why there is always pressure on the defenders. And then he could die while my party to cry. And the problem is that coach I'm the GDO tell you no form kakra. And last season there no controls situations when you know and so pra me chere ntimanu so anya available. So that was the issue. The goalkeeper should have changed. The goalkeeper should be changed in the return fixture. Shabrakadu Eddin said maybe mistakes me ntina ko yi na the for banana so, but the other goalkeeper is a quality goalkeeper that I can vouch for it. Make my vouch for it. So branch a very 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 good goalkeeper. It is a Pepe and also etie ewo I don't want some at the Emma. Now yanko and some no so na yenyi afofro enfama game na beba so next week no. Game na beba so next week no. per the info manya no sisi no Asante. The game will be played on Sunday. The MKO Abiola International Stadium in Abeokuta, Ogun State. 3 p.m. Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Ghana time. Nigeria for LED by an hour. Nigeria only Ghana by an hour. So once the game will be played in Ghana, a hot 3 p.m. Ghana 2 p.m. Or say, Mame emfa we so emre. Mame emfa we emre. See, and now the Bible see the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta. And a game no a basso. And then I'm see 2 Nigerian teams. And they use stadium to study Accra Sports Stadium. 2 Ghanaian teams. A use you know. 2 Nigerian teams. And they use you. Remo Stars and Kwara United play continental games at Abeokuta. Nigerian champions Remo Stars and Federation Cup champions Kwara United have been given the all clear to play their first preliminary round tie games at the MK Abiola Arena in Abeokuta. Eti Sabpepe Energy. The Sky Blues, whose permanent home grounds in Ikene is still undergoing renovation, will be playing at the adopted home grounds in the Ogun State capital. So let's check. Kabiru, Mami Gamer, Remo Stars, a boy, and Remo Stars, ebo home, and Omoko away. So Remo Stars is so away. Then the stadium will host 2 games. And Tianjaya, new man, see what a crash boss they do go see. Check it, mommy. Near her timer, Remo Stars, bought the game, no, so that I say Remo Stars will be looking to go past the first stage for the first time in their history, where they already have South African champions Mamelodi Sundowns waiting in the next round. Hey, Eddie. So they played at home. Great. And to patch my main confirm for now. I'm game a Basso Kotoko. A game a Basso Sunday. 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Remo Stars Ebo Ufie. And Omu winning by 4-0. Remo Stars free ha. Wamo Sundowns no more China no Makobo. Omu Mamelodi Sundowns. And a bebo. So confirmed. The Kotoko game will be played on Sunday. On Sunday at 3 p.m. Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Ghana time. Dabi. I have 4 p.m. Ghana time, meboa. Only dia 1 hour. So 3 p.m. on about 4 p.m. Ewa. Mr. Monfanchame. 3 p.m. our Nigeria 4 p.m. in Ghana time. Only dia 1 hour. Near lead you. They lead us 1 hour. And give me Basso Abeokuta MKO Abiola International Stadium. And I gave a Basso Sunday 3 p.m. there, 4 p.m. here. Now, if Joseph Ablo out, a bad news at the Asante Kotoko. Say Joseph Ablo, and to me, Anya Feta, a bad news at the Asante Kotoko pa. I know I said here, and also AC at here. So after the game, you better share the extent of injury. We will acquaint ourselves with the extent of injury. No, any time, I likely say a branch and overturn. Yes, I have a hard drink because 2 games now no abono. Very, very solid performance. And ana ode ama Asante Kotoko. Solid performance. And ode ama Asante Kotoko. So you better said here, and also ABC Ako. We Tunde Sani Wakasa Munteno. I say all I know is that Kotoko cannot stop us when they come to Nigeria. We Nigeria coach, Kwara United coach. I say all I know is that Kotoko cannot stop us when they come to Nigeria. Now Yentia Asante Kotoko coach, I say it was a tough game beyond our thinking. Nobody thought we could score more goals. What makes me happy is that we won. I applaud my attackers. Okay, or in the past tense, I applauded my attackers and told my defenders, you are surprising me. No one believed they could score 3 goals against us. So we can also go there and surprise them. me pacho way I Asante Kotoko head coach nen sama wode atu dwane enie Abdul Karim Zito or say no one believed they could score 3 goals against us, so we can also go there and surprise them. I applauded my attackers and told my defenders, you are surprising me. Also, boarding some edema the strikers, you know. And or catch defenders and say, hey, mo ya mwa ampa coach we dey nkwa na nwa yen nyina ye obi anwa because Asante Kotoko, one of the departments are yenim say very strong the defenders. Defensive unit of Kotoko looks very strong. So this was shocking and disappointing. Many coach I adwin say ni yam crash no our performance defenders no done it, you know. Many coach I adwin. Or say it was a tough game beyond our thinking. Game name what drain ebro said the adwin so. Nobody thought we could score more goals. No be anyi ni sia more. What makes me happy is that we won. Coach say Sekotoko edi nkunim no emana ni je. Etiwe coach Abdul Karim Zito. And so after the game, then somebody had to do maka tunde baba and Sani tunde di anacho. Sani say all we know is that Kotoko cannot stop us when they come to Nigeria. Also on the onim, the enemranje nim, the obianim sa Kotoko eba Nigeria. Wanum entumi eme yomo enso emfem free. We coach no ensema wode atudwa ena yede bi ede ema wo akoma 87.9 FM then on Pepe's Orange channel YouTube no so. Now, Mami fan to just medical che me say Remo. Yes, Meda. Thank you, Meda Emperor. Wamo wini 4-0 fie. Eti ombekwa we. Eno na ma confirm so ko game ni Sunday 3 p.m. Nigerian time, 4 p.m. Ghana time. So sa pepe ene tie. CAF Confederations Cup prelims. My results of prelims na e ba so no. Eti decada eshe bakwa Zamala Ruaba enso entimi ante Mighty Wanderers eshe bako Jane Galaxy entimi ante Port 1 KMKM 2 Abia Warriors eshe bako Joliba AC entimi ante Kotoko eshe 4 Kwara eshe 2 15th the Augusto Ashe 4 Foresters wanum anso antumi anshebi etiwe results kakra CAF Confederations Cup no abetodwa no ena yede ema urum CAF Confederations Cup results kakra abetodwa no ena eno so yagebre ayenwo adwuma ede ama no Ghana Premier League games eba so echena Hartford bebo Adriana Stars eshe Nations by go to nil Bechem United the Holy Stars 0-0 Samates and Karela Etrefyebo 1-1. Swadro All Blacks Eshe 3. Swadro All Blacks 3. Emma Bechem United and to me ante. Pressure beba samobodu so kakra nyagro. Pressure beko samobodu so. Ai. Omatun tone place in but still Ghana ade. Mpanyifo no mbesha supporters dey the pressure to do this here. Sa eno mo ye. Enra games kakra eba so. Enra games kakra eba so. Midiema on Friday Eshe 4. Vision and to me ante. Hohoi enra wanum enso ene young apostles ebo draw na Kabiru say Pando out of Lions ekwo share 11-1-4-1 hey maka chem say coach na dide Bashir for the best coach in our league and there maka chem the best coach in our league wow it is a na esi ye ene o maso agumo Omasu agum papa sa ena results na buy no and so esi eti also check the goals Kamara considered last season against Nations FC and Heart of Lions. He makes a lot of mistakes. The coach should be bold enough to bench the goalkeeper Shadrach because you are right enti mede ayi abai Kamara last season me assess the mistakes or ye ni nyina and I kind say I expect coach say ombe ho adwuma. I see Pepe, the problem of Kotoko is we lack a DM into holding midfielder no. Please Pepe, check if it is day ahead of the time If the game is 3 p.m. there, I see 3 p.m. there, then Ghana will be 2 p.m. Me quite confused. I'm Pau. So they are leading us. Nigeria is leading about so 3 p.m. there is 2 p.m. As I said earlier. I don't know how Messiah Esesano Ekoka the other one. So they are ahead of us. They lead us in terms of their time. No, so here about 6:19 p.m. Our coming from studio. About 7:19 our Nigeria. So yes, if they play 3 p.m. 2 p.m. here, finally it's no. It is a pepe and a tie or I don't some at the Emma yen Ashafono. And Chebia Memo Bam, Nafi Yadamasi Tianche, maybe a man to so now also Wapa, Edward Drenche Ediapa. Yes, it is not yet done. It is not yet done. I see Pepe is Chelsea from Bechem. Chelsea are from Brekum, Chelsea. Brekum, Chelsea. Yes, almost free Bechem. Now, almost team no history be. It's one day. Yes, almost as here. I will Bechem, Brekum, and about Bechem. I want some A baby. That could remember was our history of Bechem United, Ebo Bokuno, and Urundi Gama. Charlie Mame, Abetamu Bangana, Yamfankofa course, and Kakra. Abetamu and a Bangano, but that go, wow. Me bomb pie the ama Abet. Say Kotoko away now. Onkonya 2 goals. No, 5 so far. We have 5 in the competition. In 2 games. Now Kotoko 8 we qualify to share work. No, Timinya 3 goals cry in the 2 legs. Never yet 8 goals for him. Kotoko can sell Albert Amwa for big money because size can be Nayana or no epe ewano. Size can be Nayana mo pe ewa. So that is it. That is the goal that he scored on our page. Oba Pepe so channel so pacho ujina so na subscribe e dey amai. Wo hwe djuma dey bi. E wo page no so oba. But mo dey say oba subscribe e dey amai. Now on to the phone lines. 0322498035. 0322498035. 0243114497. Ubetimi afre na do adwencha bamba no nya abotre kakra. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, great Pepe.
Madini ni.
Pepe Madini ni.
Madini pacho mitio.
Pepe, ready the woman na abano. The woman no na abana. Na emum so no. Enka ye boy ho modern we chiro kakra bia enka yetimi eyi sa goes no mo share no ketimi yifrio. Yes, slay defenders. Yes, slay o mo pa ni dim. Bono mo focus na nko ball zo. Because yes na ye supporters na ye di eche no. Ye na na yakoma ye yawo. Some so mo body adjom sika de buy be scan feel omo hwe ho suye se be scan feel hin neba omo hwe wo ye no mo nya wo adwuma no se de dey ani bra no ko yi scan ko na na re kra ho yes some omo nyiro mo fama ye pepe woni nyame